Arsenal 6, West Ham nil. Seus filhos da puta vão tomar no cu. Aguántalo, ai, oh, ai, oh, ai, oh, aguántalo, ai, oh, ai, oh, ai, aguántalo, ai, oh, ai, oh, ai, ai. Hey, filhos da puta, don't brincar comigo, okay? This is the porcaria I want to see. This is the level of performance I want to see. This is the football I want to see. Aguántalo, ai, oh, ai, filhos da puta. What a performance today. What a performance today, Soj maricas da merda. Today, I can't even believe it. I'm looking at the game thinking, bro, we should have won this at least 10-0. At least 10-0. Aguanta seus filhos, seus porcos da merda. Toma no cu, seus maricas da merda. This is what I'm talking about. What a performance. Today, a lot of the things that I've been criticizing, the things I wanted to be worked on, the things that I wanted this club to work on, have been worked on. And we're going to get into it. But we need to do a festa. Because é o dia de celebrar, filhos da puta. Aguántalo, ai, oh, ai, oh. Mamá huevo, carechimba, care mierda, hijo de puta, toma seus porcos da merda. This is what I want to see. This is the level. This is the standard today. Today we absolutely put them to the sword. Their fans leaving the stadium like they were playing Craig David and walking away. What's going on? I thought the White Walkers just got up. I thought they were attacking the flipping North. I don't know what was going on, but this is what I want to see. This is the standards today, putting them to the sword. Centre-backs turning up, defensively solid, continuing to create chances, putting them to bed, making the most out of the chances, not resting on our laurels when we're 1-0 up or 2-0 up, going and trying to get the third, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth. This is what I'm talking about. If we're going to be serious about being title contenders, listen, everyone already knows how I stand. But at the end of the day, when you need to give praise, I will give praise. When there's praise to be given out, I will give praise. I don't just hand them out like they're freebies. I don't hand them out like they're food tokens. You know what I'm saying? McDonald's tokens and the flipping newspaper. I give out credit where credit is due. And today, everyone performed. Everyone performed. There's not anyone that I could look at and say they didn't perform. Apart from, listen, I still feel like Kai Havertz is looking like a passenger. Barring Kai Havertz, that I wasn't that impressed, I think everyone improved. Let's start with the front line. Trossard, the delivery from his crossing, bro. The crossing, the way he was linking up play, the way he was getting into good positions. Do you know what I'm saying? He could have worked on a little bit on his header in that went a little bit wide, but everything from Trossard today was immaculate. Trossard actually had enough chances today to get a hat trick. What a performance by my guy. I've been saying this because I've been seeing Trossard and I said, this guy, he has the ability. He's one of the players that I like. Trossard has the ability, bro. And he played through the middle last season. And I said, what's different? It's the style of play. But today Arteta took the handbrake off and allowed everybody to express themselves and go forward and play direct football and make runs. You know what I'm saying? And look at the football. Look at the difference. Look at the difference, Gadamba. This is what I'm talking about. Today, Trossard 100% should have at least got a hat trick. He had a header that went wide. He had a shot as well in the box that went wide, but he was in the right position at the right time. His crossing as well, the way he was transitioning the ball from one side of the pitch to another, the counter-attacks that he was setting up as well, long balls into Saka, starting counter-attacks. Trossard today was immense. Immense, caramba. This is what I want to see. This is the standard. This is what I want to see. This guy was sourcing today. I'm sorry, but Trossard today, everything was immense. The only, and this is only a slight little criticism, bro. The only thing I could say to him is there was two chances he should have buried in the box, the header and the chance that he smashed it over the crossbar. But other than that, for me, I still felt like in the first half, Trossard was my man of the match. Trossard was immense today. Trossard was immense today. I had to give him props. For me, he was man of the match. I think it went to Saka, but ultimately, I felt like Trossard was just, bro, he was just so pivotal to everything we was doing going forward. Like, the guy was just doing the right pass. He was making the right decisions every single time. Saka as well today. Well done to Saka. Once again, like I said, we should have won at least 10-0 today. Bro, both Saka and Trossard, they both scored, but they could have scored more. And it's kind of nice to feel like, wow, we could have scored more. I'm complaining or being toxic and negative about us scoring more. And it's the truth, we could have scored more. Trossard could have at least scored a brace today. Saka could have at least got a hat-trick. He had a load of chances in the box, even in the second half, even when we're making substitutions and bringing on Iwari and bringing on other players, bringing on El Nene. Saka was still getting chances and he could have scored a brace. There was a chance in the second half where Odegaard, and that's another one I'm going to get onto because I've been very critical of Odegaard. But we're going to get onto Odegaard. But Saka, Odegaard plays a beautiful ball into Saka in the box and he should have buried it. But listen, I can't take too much away from Saka today. You know what I mean? Scored 2 goals. He was performed really, really well today. And that's the only criticism I could have said today is we could have smashed these lot 10-0. The amount of chances, the way we were dominating the game, we should have smashed them 10-0. But I'm still happy with the performance. I think this is probably the best performance I've seen in the last 2 to 3 years. This is the best performance. This was completely controlled. This is what I call controlled football. The way we were playing, we weren't allowing them any chances. I think we nullified West Ham to, what, 1 shot? 1 shot on target. They had 5 shots in total, 1 shot on target. You know what I'm saying? Well, we had 12 shots on target. So, listen, it was a complete performance today. The way we were playing today was absolutely excellent. The chances we was creating and the abundance of chances. Today wasn't only about scoring goals. It was the way we were scoring goals. We scored from set pieces. We scored from corners. We scored in a counter-attack. Do you know what I'm saying? We scored headers. We scored an abundance of different goals. Today, I've got to give props to the boys. I got to give props. I got to give props as well to Arteta today. You got it right. You got it right. I have to keep it real. Arteta did well today. That was a top performance. There is not really anything for me to complain about. Like I said, I think Saka had an immense performance, and I don't blame or knock him getting man of the match. I think Trossard's a little bit unlucky because I think Trossard played excellently today. I think Martinelli was very good as well. 1 or 2 times I was a little bit frustrated with Martinelli, but for the most part, he just kept going. He kept going, creating chances, creating space. You know, sometimes his crossing is a little bit, you know, he's not the best crosser of the ball, but ultimately, I think Trossard was very, very good in creating us space and opportunities down the left-hand side. I think Trossard played very, very well. I can't lie. I think he played very, very well. Havertz, I don't think had a good game. He's the only one I'll say I don't think he had I think he had a decent game. I don't think he had an amazing game. And I know Top Goon is going to start crying and whatever. He's the only one. Everybody else, I think, had a great game. I think Havertz was a passenger today. I don't think he was pivotal in us creating anything. I don't think Havertz was amazing at anything. He didn't score any goals. He didn't create anything. He wasn't pivotal for our build-up play. I don't think he was that great. I think we were great despite of Kai Havertz being on the pitch. I can't lie. I don't think Kai Havertz was that great today. I don't think he was trash. I just don't think he was that great. He deserves the least amount of praise for me out of the whole team. I think Odegaard. Let me get on to Odegaard because I've been on Odegaard a lot. And I've been telling him to be a lot more direct and a lot more, you know what I mean? A lot more focal in the way that he plays football. Today, Odegaard, well done. Well done. This is the Bukari I want to see. This is the performance I want to see. Getting the ball, releasing it quick. Odegaard was pivotal to so many times that we were playing counter-attacks, to how many times we were trying to attack them. Odegaard was immense today. Even at halftime, even after halftime, even when Arteta's making substitutions, even when Arteta's taking off Saka, taking off Rice, you know what I mean, taking off Trossard, Odegaard was still creating chances for the front three. And his passing was direct. He was quick. He was sick. Like today, everything I've been criticizing Odegaard lately, yeah, today, top 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. I got to give praise where praise is due. You know what I'm saying? I got to give praise where praise is due. I think Odegaard was immense today in terms of his creativity, weight of pass, vision. Do you know what I'm saying? The way he was running with the ball, dribbling with the ball. I think he was, bro, this is what I'm saying. And this is the thing about Odegaard. I've been saying, yeah, if this guy can play like this consistently, yeah, he's a baller. Yeah, this is what we need to the end of the season. I don't need you playing it backwards, sideways, all this slow football, all of this taking your time, allowing teams to get back and set 2 banks of 4. This is the porcaria that I want to see, caramba. É isso que eu quero ver, filhos da puta. Today, best performance I've seen so far from Odegaard this season. Maybe even compared to last season. Today, he did everything. Today, Odegaard was running things. I can't lie. And why can't you just continue it? You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Like, we need Odegaard to continue performing like this. You're the captain. We need more performances like this. Today was excellent. You know what I mean? Giving Saka the ball early. You know what I mean? Springing counterattacks. Passing the ball around fast. Come on, man. Listen, I can't criticize Odegaard today. I can't. Very good game for Odegaard. I wouldn't even blame if he's up there also as a contender for man of the match. I think he was excellent today. Absolutely excellent. Declan Rice. I was criticizing Declan Rice after he got duppied and skilled up by Eze. I was criticizing Declan Rice that I didn't think that he was that great in the last couple of games. Today, that goal, my guy deserved a standing ovation. What a strike. What a strike, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Because for a long time, this guy was looking like Uncle Ben's Rice. É essa porcaria que eu quero ver. É esse tipo de performance que eu quero ver. 10 out of 10 from Declan Rice today. Controlling the midfield, defensively, helping the back line, yeah, shielding the back line, tracking his man, doing everything a DM's supposed to do, bro. Absolutely great performance from Declan Rice today as well. 10 out of 10 from Declan Rice. Odegaard and Declan Rice were running that midfield like just with ease, with absolute ease, and that rocket. I know he was respectful to the West Ham fans and he didn't want to celebrate and everything, but what a performance from Declan Rice, man. What a performance. What a performance. Great performance today. Kiwior. Now, I was very skeptical when I saw Kiwior in the starting lineup. I don't rate Kiwior. I don't rate Kiwior. I don't think that Kiwior's that great. There was once or twice that I saw Kudus, you know, skilling him up, but he never got the better of him. Gabriel helped him a lot, and I think Kiwior grew into the game. It was only minor. Ultimately it was minor. Kudus, one time he literally left Kiwior for dead, but Gabriel was helping him, tracked back, and after that, Kiwior grew into the game and completely nullified Kudus from the whole game. And their one outlet that everybody would have said is Kudus didn't do anything all game. So I've got to give props as well to Kiwior today. I think Kiwior did very, very well. Do I still think he's the level? No, but I think today Kiwior did very, very well today. Very, very well. I think defensively he was solid. He was good. It was very, very good. I have to give Kiwior props today. And yeah, man. Listen, long may it continue. Long may it continue. I don't rate Kiwior, but it's down to Kiwior to change my mind. So it is what it is. But I think he did very, very well today. Gabriel and Saliba. I criticized Gabriel and Saliba for the goal that they let go through by Awani. I criticized them also for the own goal from Diaz, I believe. I criticized them for that. So I give praise when they perform. And today, great performance on the boys. The centre-backs, they were solid. Absolutely solid. Saliba for that header literally leaped in front of everyone, got us in front. And that was a time where we was a little bit frustrated because let's be honest, the first 20 minutes, Arsenal looked very frustrated. We didn't look that great for the first 20 minutes. When that Saliba header goes in from a corner, all of a sudden, we started to play with more freedom. We started to get more fluidity in our game. We started to attack West Ham a lot better. We started to just absolutely blitz and run the game completely. And I think Saliba's goal was pivotal to that. It came at the right time. And that was a great goal by Saliba. Gabriel as well. Another great goal as well. Another great goal by Gabriel on a set piece by Rice. And Rice gave it to him literally on a plate. You know, Rice was immense today. The goal, the free kick as well, literally gave it to him. Like, come on, man. Like, what a performance. What a performance today. Honestly, I don't have anything to criticize. You know what I mean? I know a lot of Filhos da Puta think I just complain for the sake of it. I don't complain just for the sake of it. I complain when there's something to be complained about or something I genuinely don't like. Today's performance, this is how we need to play to the end of the season if we're going to win the league. This is the standard. This is what we need to play like. And the thing is, I was annoyed this season because I kept saying that. Why are we not playing the way we was playing last season? We saw last season that the boys have the ability to play like this. Why are we not playing like this? And listen, this is what I'm talking. Listen, I know. Look, at the end of the day, I'm only going off of this performance. We ain't got a bench yet of the standard that we need. Let's be real. We ain't got a striker. But just in terms of talking about this game, great performance today. Great performance. Ben White as well. There was a little time in the first half. There was times where he was getting caught out of position, and you could see that. You could see that Kudus was getting in behind him and he was getting runners running off behind him, but he locked that off of his game. In the second half, he started also making runs and supporting Saka going forward. And defensively, he started fixing up defensively. And all of a sudden, both of West Ham's outlets, Kudus and Johnson, were dead. So listen, there's nothing for me to criticize. The goalkeeper was immense as well. He had hardly anything to deal with, but, you know, 10 out of 10 for the goalkeeper. I think Gabriel Jesus doesn't get into this team. I think Jesus has to fight to get into this team now. I don't think he gets into this team after the performance we just saw from from Trossard, how does Jesus come back into this team? He's got to work his way into this team. He's got to come off the bench and perform. And I kept saying, look, listen, the win that we had against Liverpool, yeah, when we had against Liverpool, it means nothing if we don't build on it. Today we've built on it. Today we built on that Liverpool win. And now we need to build on this win and win our next game and win the next game and win the next game all the way to the end of the season. But I don't see certain players, I don't see them coming back into the team. I was a little bit skeptical that Kai Havertz was playing over Jorginho. It didn't cost us. It didn't cost us. I do genuinely believe we do look better with Jorginho in the midfield than Kai Havertz. I don't see what Kai Havertz brings us. But I can't argue with the performance and I can't argue with the scoreline. I do think going forward, Kai Havertz in the middle is still another player that we're carrying. I don't see what he did that was so spectacular in this game to warrant him starting. If I be completely honest, I don't see why Kai Havertz starts the next game. I don't. There's nothing about his performance. I can definitely see why Odegaard starts the next game. Declan Rice, Trossard, Saka, Martinelli. Do you know what I mean? The defense. But when it comes to Kai Havertz, I don't see anything that he did. I don't see it. I don't see it. You know what I mean? I would prefer to put in Jorginho in that midfield in Kai Havertz's place instead of continuing with Kai Havertz. But other than that, there's not much that I'm not happy with. I think this is a 10 out of 10 performance. 10 out of 10 performance. And even though I was frustrated that Saka and Trossard both didn't get a hat-trick, I'm still very happy with the performance. Even though there was one or two situations where they could have, buried it, one of them with the goalkeeper in the box, you're expecting them to put it away. They still came up and performed, and other players also stepped up and chipped in with goals. And it's a proper performance today, I can't lie. Very, very good performance. Very good performance. And long may it continue. Long may it continue us playing this style of football that gets the best out of this team. I've been saying this. This gets the best out of this team. Expansive football, quick football. You know what I mean? Quick transitions. That's how we get the best out of this team. This team works in space. This team likes to pass the ball fast. They like to, run at defenses. So, look, hopefully we continue like this. Hopefully we continue like this. I'm not going to lie. I did not expect this. I'm a little bit taken back because I did not expect this performance. I thought because I thought West Ham would put more of a fight. I think it got to a point where even before halftime, even the fans were just walking out and they just kind of had enough. And I thought, man, that's crazy. That's crazy. I expected more of a fight. Let's keep it real. We went into this game losing 2 games. The last 2 games that we met against West Ham in the cup and in the league, we lost. So I was expecting more from West Ham. I was expecting them to put more of a fight, but Moyes just looked completely lost. He looked like he didn't know what the hell was going on. He looked like he didn't know what was going on. I think his days are numbered. I don't see them keeping Moyes. But yeah, man. Yeah, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But yeah, man, listen, Northside's in the mud. Long may it continue. Long may it continue, me being in the mud, if it means us winning the league. I still don't see us winning the league. So sorry to hurt your feelings, but I still don't see Arsenal winning the league. But yeah, it is what it is. We played very, very well today. We played well against Liverpool. And I can give props so props is due. But this doesn't take away the fact that the bench isn't of the level that we need. And we don't have a striker. And we played fluid football last season. And we came up short. That's a fact. That's not my opinion. That's a fact. So look. We can all celebrate a win. We can all be happy about the win and the way that we performed today. But ultimately, can we repeat this to the end of the season? I'm still skeptical about that. I don't believe that we can. I don't believe that we're going to win the league. But listen, it's for them to prove us wrong. I still think that we got a chance. We always got a chance. But the thing is, we've left ourselves short. That's the problem. We could always revert back to playing this style of football because we had the players to do it. We did it last season. But can we sustain this till the end of the season? I'm still skeptical. I'm still skeptical that we still got enough to get over the line. And that's what it's about. It's about winning the league. It's not just about winning games. It's about winning games to then win the league and be consistent enough to win the league. So that's my opinion. But listen, it is what it is, man. This is a top performance. Very, very good performance. Let's get into some of the highlights of the game. Right at the start of the game, Kiwior gets done by Kudus. Shot from Saka outside of the box goes wide. Ben White caught out of position by Johnson. Cross to Kudus, but Kiwior gets to it. Martinelli and Rice losing the ball, at times helping West Ham spring counterattacks. Saka cross, Trossard, header on goal, but the keeper saves it. Martinelli cross in the box to Trossard, shot, good save by Arbeloa. Trossard long ball to Martinelli. Then he crosses it straight to West Ham. Defender, poor from Martinelli. Arsenal corner, headed in by Saliba, 1-0. Rice counter-attack, poor pass to Saka that slows down the game, passes it behind him, and West Ham gets back into position to defend the counter-attack. Kivior cross into the box to Saka, who heads it wide. Odegaard through ball to Saka. One-on-one with the goalkeeper. Saka hits it wide. Trossard long ball into Saka. Keeper takes him out. Saka pen makes it 2-0 for Arsenal. Rice free kick headed in by Gabriel makes it 3-0. Odegaard pass to Trossard, who smashes it top bins to make it 4-0. Martinelli cross to Trossard, smashes it wide. Odegaard to Havertz. Havertz then to Saka, shot straight at the goalkeeper. Odegaard ball into Saka, takes it on the defender and makes it 5-0. Rice smashes it, makes it 6-0. El Nene with a couple of long shots. Ultimately, when you look at the game, Arsenal reduced West Ham to 5 shots, only 1 on target. Arsenal had 12 shots and 70% possession. So listen, credit to Arteta, man. You know what I mean? Credit to Arteta. He got it right today. I can't even lie. Listen, I'm going to put the link out to anyone that wants to jump on and have their say. And yeah, man, listen, this is a top performance. But the boys always had it. And this is why when I see bad performances, I criticize it. Because they always had this ability to perform better. But yeah, it's crazy. What's this? No side in the mud. Oh, I'm in the mud. I'm in the mud. My team won and I'm in the mud. You know what I mean? I'm in the mud. Look at this here. Look at this one here. Northside doesn't know ball if you can't see what Havertz does, unfortunately. No, I don't see what he does. I don't think he's that great. I really don't. I don't think he had an amazing performance. I think he had a decent performance, but I don't think he had an amazing performance. Like I said, when a player's coming to my club being the 3rd highest signing, I expect more. Do you know what I'm saying? I have high standards because at the end of the day, he's the highest, 3rd highest signing. So yeah, I expect more from Havertz. I don't think he was amazing. I don't think he was pivotal to anything we created today. I would say Odegaard was more pivotal. Saka was pivotal. Trossard was pivotal to the way we built up chances, the way we finished our chances. I think they were way more pivotal. Even Ben White, for me, offered a lot more going forward today. Overlapping Saka, crosses into the box, you know what I mean, running down the channels. I'd say that he was more pivotal. I don't think that Havertz was that great today. Out of everyone, I think he was the poorest, in my opinion. But there you go. Listen, look what we got here. What are you saying, bro? How are you?
Yeah, pretty good. Let it not be said that I never like to join in your streams after a win. I mean, most of the time, whenever I've come on your stream, Northside, is when we've suffered an embarrassing defeat. But now, though, 6 of the very best. Let's see if we can do it more consistently. And as you've said, you know, this will mean absolutely nothing if we don't win the league. We need to beat City at the Etihad. They're still equal on points, but with the game in hand. And I believe their goal difference means that they're still ahead of us. So I don't want to hear any more talk from these AFTV morons about how the title is still on. And yet you can just tell that they're going to say all of that rubbish today. But I'll tell you one thing. I actually missed the first 25 or so minutes because I was actually late coming back from the gym, I think. And I wasn't able to see much of it. And I think after I came back, the goals started to flow. So maybe I'm a bit of a good luck charm in that respect. And in as much as we were outstanding and we, you know, continue to press them, and I'm really, really delighted with the win today because, you know, West Ham with Kudus, Ward-Prowse and Bowen, I always thought that they were going to be, you know, a really tough proposition. I don't know if Paqueta's injury is still holding them back in a way, but, you know, we can control what we can control, and we absolutely blitzed them today. I don't necessarily think it will, you know, be full revenge for losing in the FA Cup time, being beaten at home. And as you've said, wins like this and the one against Liverpool will mean nothing in the end if we don't, you know, win the silverware. But today, like this, we can enjoy the win, we can enjoy the performance, we can enjoy how almost everyone had a fine game. And I agree with you on Havertz. I didn't really see too much from him. And to all those people who were saying that Declan Rice should have, you know, kissed the Arsenal crest to show some loyalty. Listen, he was West Ham's longtime captain, a West Ham youth boy. He was their European Conference League winning captain. And if the fans didn't boo him, then he was perfectly right not to celebrate. So, good on him. I'm always in favour of players celebrating scoring for their new clubs against their old ones. But in Rice's case, I thought, he did the right thing and didn't really, he didn't think of causing a controversy because, West Ham's fans were already leaving in droves. And let's not mock the West Ham fans until we get our own house in order. Next time, if we have a bad game, not quite like that, but like, say, against Brighton last season, we need to make sure we stay till the end. No ifs, no buts, no walnuts. But I don't even think Raya was tested until late on, and that was when the game was pretty much done and dusted. And what's really impressive is that unlike under Wenger, when we were 4-0 up at St. James's Park back in the day, only to allow them to come back and draw 4-4. This time we didn't let up. And you would have thought that David Moyes would have wanted to engage in damage limitation. So much for that. And, this is actually going to be the right time for us to start a challenge. And people are talking about the stats of how we've won our first 4 games of the calendar year. Again, stats mean nothing. The only stat that matters is, how many games we win at the end of the season and where we finish. So I'm really happy, and I can't really complain about too much more than that. And I think it's fair to say that with Jesus out and Trossard proving his worth, that means that there will be some competition for places. But let it not be said that Arteta was right not to get a striker in January because, sometimes really good strikers can make the difference. Of course, Manchester City have an advantage in that, ashes to ashes, dust to dust. If Haaland doesn't score, then someone else must. It'll either be Alvarez or even Foden. But, we still need to make sure that we continue to find more and more goals like this. And I'm also really glad that, Saka was able to score a few. I'm also really glad that, like I said, it's very difficult to find a player who had a really poor game. I don't even think Martinelli was bad because he was also very much involved. And the worst part about it is that you play him as a centre forward. He could very easily play a role as a false line going down the centre. And when he goes down the centre, that's where he scores his goals. It just angers me, really, Northside, at how sometimes Arteta can be so tactically naive and people try to hail him as being some sort of a genius. In reality, all he's doing is overcomplicating things at times, and that's when it doesn't work. But today, as you've said, this time it worked. We caught West Ham cold, we burst their bubble, and all is well. So, can't really say very much. All I can say is keep on performing like this and make sure you do not lose your concentration, stay grounded, and stay humble, and that's all we can ask of them.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. And before I get to you, Ozzy, yeah, this is the thing, yeah. We can give praise when there's something to praise, regardless of how we feel about the manager, we can still give praise. Today, I had a question mark about how we'll deal with Kudus. We answered that. Today, I was questioning how we're going to break down West Ham. We answered that. Today, I was wondering if we're going to revert back to the controlled football that we've been doing this season, or we're going to revert back to the football that I believe suits this group of players better, which is attacking football from last season. We did that. So on this game, I can give praise based on what we've seen this game. I also said we won against Liverpool and it was a great win, but it means nothing if we don't use it to kick on. We've kicked on from the Liverpool game, and that is what we want every week, to kick on, to pick up points, to put teams to bed. It was so comfortable. It was literally a relief, bro, to literally sit there, be watching the game at halftime thinking, do you know what? I'm going to go shop. I'm going to get another Maggie, or I'm going to have a drink. I'm going to have some, I was eating crisp, bro. I was just popping crisp, just chilling. It was just relaxed. You know what I mean? And this is what we want. And when I see the manager or the players addressing the things that we criticize, I give them praise. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm now Arteta in, or that I believe Arsenal can win the league. We've got a chance, but I don't believe that we are going to win the league. That's my opinion. Based on us not addressing the things that we needed to address, I still feel like we're going to come up short where we came up short last season, because those things have not been addressed. But on this performance, I'm very, very happy. Kivior, I've been very critical of Kivior. I don't rate him, but today he had a great game. Odegaard, I've been criticizing Odegaard every week. Today he performed the way I want him to perform. being that focal point, starting counterattacks, being instrumental. Trossard as well. As much as we like Trossard, there's been games this season that Trossard hasn't been good enough. Trossard came off the bench against Liverpool, scored a goal, and today he's kicked on with performing for the whole time that he was on the pitch. He was performing. And for me, this first half, he was man of the match. I think he was instrumental to the way that we were performing. The way he was crossing the ball, his link-up play, getting into the box, getting into good positions. The way he took that goals, absolutely slapped it top bins. And I know other people are going to remember the Rice goal more. The way Trossard took that like a proper striker, the guy's a winger. Do you know what I mean? All these kind of things. Rice has been criticised by me in allowing, Eze to run off of him. Nottingham Forest at times, they were running off of him. He was losing his man, letting runners run off of him. Today, he was immense. You know what I mean? Today, he was immense. Our centre-backs as well. They've had little bozo moments against Nottingham Forest, against Liverpool. Today, they were solid. So this is the thing. I feel like you can always be balanced. And I think today, there's a lot of cause for praise. But the praise doesn't need to go over the top. I think that's the thing that I start criticizing other fans when it goes over the top. We're not the favourites, and there's a reason why we're not the favourites. Because of the bench, because of not having a striker, because we have out of Klopp, Pep, and Arteta, we've got the most inexperienced manager as well. But today, props to the boys. Props to Arteta. You got it right. Absolutely smashed it. 10 out of 10 for me today. 10 out of 10 performance. Yo, Manny.
Yeah. I mean, I wonder what's wrong with Ozzy. I thought you were going to call him.
I can't see him, bro. Ozzy, yo, what are you saying, bro? You're mute and I can't see. What's he doing? Faded in the background. You're looking like Havertz, bro.
I think he's watching the United game and he wants to blur the TV so you don't get copyright.
No, you know what it is? In the background, I got the Man United game. I'm trying to curse these Man United, like, innit? They're winning 1-0. Yeah,
what's going on, man?
Big up to you, Northside, and big up Manny, man. Now, do you know what? Today I was surprised. I can't lie. I didn't expect that performance, but it was nice just to see some goals and relax, man. But usually you're watching Arsenal, man. You're nervous. It's 0-0. You're nervous. You know what I mean? But I was hoping for. I think today, just the win. I didn't care how the win came. Considering we lost to West Ham twice. I was thinking, but this time we got to beat them. We can't lose to them 3 times in a row. But yeah, 4-0 in the first half. Unexpected, but it was nice. Just to see goals flowing in, just to see some direct football, everyone gelling, everyone chipping in. And like yourself, Northside, I've been calling for this direct football. See the difference it makes when you just bam, 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 you catch these defenses off guard and you score goals. And the thing is, we could have won by more, but there was a few times where a few players still slowed the game down. And you're thinking, oh, come on, man, not again. And it was a bit frustrating till the first goal went in. But after the first goal went in, the floodgates opened. And to be honest, everyone chipped in, apart from Havertz. People will say, oh, Havertz, but he runs around, but he occupies defenders and this, that, and the other and try to justify his place in the team. For me, his place has never been justifiable. He's just a passenger. I don't see what he does, what he brings.
There's nothing that he brings that you can't find from anybody else. That's the problem.
No, but you know what? Even as something okay, is he a playmaker? No, he's not a playmaker. Does he create chances? He doesn't create chances. Does he score goals? He doesn't score goals. Is he good defensively? No, he's not good defensively. So what, is he physical? Some people are trying to say, oh, his whole play is good. Really?
I don't know. I think out of everyone, I think he had the worst performance. I don't think he had a trash performance, but I feel like it's very,
yeah, I mean, to be honest, obviously, when the whole team's balling out.
This is what I'm saying. But we're always carrying him.
Say, he's a bit unnoticeable.
Everyone performed, but we're near enough always carrying this guy. As an individual,
I agree with you.
I can put a reason as to why Odegaard should start based on what I've seen from this game. I can put a reason why. Even Kivior, I don't even rate Kivior, but I can put an argument, as to why Kivior should see more minutes, bro, based on today's performance. I can't say that about Havertz because when I address his display as an individual, I can't see it. Do you know what I mean? But I think, bro, everybody else, they really, really turned up, bro. And
no, it's 100%. Yeah, no, it's just good to see like different goal scorers
good
as
game,
well.
man. Good game.
Saliba scoring and Gabriel scoring was nice as well. The only thing is, bruv, we didn't score more goals. Like, I'm not even trying to be critical, but like you said, we could have really like won 9-10-0.
10-0.
A few people could have had a few hat tricks.
Bro, Trossard and Saka both missed two chances.
Yeah, we missed.
In the box. And this is not us saying, oh, they had a crap game. Nah, I'm just saying, like, we created so many chances that we could have at least won this game 10-0. And that is just more praise on how well
I agree.
Played. That's just more praise on how the team played, because the team played really, really well. Let's get Brandon in on. Brandon, what are you telling me, bro? Happy? In the mud with me? We're in the mud.
Yeah, bro, we're definitely in the mud. West Ham got that 50 Shades of Grey treatment today. Missionary settings, you know? They was absolutely bossed from minute one. Dominated, bro. Dominated. We tied them up. Yeah, got them whips out. So we're the whipping boys today. We were absolutely the whipping boys for West Ham today. And, yeah, big up to all the players, really. I think every single one of them turned up. I think you're right in what you say about Havertz. You know, we do carry him in. And out of everybody, he probably was the worst performer. But, you know, our defence has been very good this season, and we all know that. But like to have Liverpool come to the Emirates last week and limit them to one shot on target in the entire game, to go to West Ham away, which, you know, at the beginning of the game, I personally was more nervous for this game than what I was for the Liverpool game, because these are the type of games where Arsenal struggle. And to go to West Ham away and limit them to one shot on target in the entire game and 6 touches inside of our box just shows how, you know, defensively solid we were today. And I know, you know, we had the majority of the possession and we was doing the majority of the attacking. After that first goal went in, West Ham absolutely folded. But, you know, performance-wise, I think Bukayo Saka today, very good. I think he set the tone. I think, you know, even when he was missing his chances early on in the game, he was having pot shots from outside the area, which is something we don't tend to see from him very often. You know, he's really, really dangerous, causing problems. And like I say, he set the tone. Trossard, you know, everybody sits here and says about Trossard, oh, maybe he's not that good and maybe we need to move him on, you know, especially the top gooners in the fan base, right? Why move him on? Look at what this guy can do. His technical ability is a joke. Left foot, right foot, doesn't really matter. His weight of pass today for Bukayo Saka's penalty, absolutely on the money. You know, his goal as well, took it really, really, really well. Declan Rice, you know, Declan Rice just went to West Ham and said, look, I'm going to show you why I went to Arsenal for £105 million. None of this, you know, let's give away a penalty. Let's try and give him something. And, you know, big up to him because, look, he didn't celebrate. If it was me, I'd have been celebrating because they've been booing me all game. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, it was a top performance from Arsenal, and it reminded me very much of Arsenal of last season. The way we dealt with West Ham today, the way that we was basically out of sight by half time, and you know, we come out in the second half, we scored 2 goals. Arteta brings on the changes, which is, in my opinion, the right move. I know we can all sit here and probably say, oh, you know, we could have had 10 or, you know, even 8 or 9 or 10. But I think when there's still 14 games left and you've already comfortably won the game, get the changes on. Bring on the likes of Eddie. Bring on the likes of Nwaneri. Rest some players that are going to be important. So, you know, 6-0. I didn't expect that at the beginning of the day, that's for sure. So yeah, big up to them. Hopefully we can continue it on. And we got some.
Your opinion of where we're going to finish this season as this game and the Liverpool game, 2 wins back to back. Does that change your opinion on where we're going? Do you put us more favourites now?
I don't know, bro. I don't know. I mean, it's given me more hope. If you'd have asked me about where I think Arsenal will finish previous to the Liverpool game, like if this was pre-Liverpool game, I would have said, look, I don't think we can get any higher than 3rd or 4th. But right now, if we continue to perform like this, I don't see any reason why we can't win the league. Because if we're being honest, right, there's an old saying, attack wins your games, defences win your leagues. I think when you go through the entire league and you look at the statistics as well to back it up, Arsenal have the best defence in the league. We have the best defence in the league. You know, when it comes to conceding goals against teams, it's very, very rare that we concede more than 2 goals in a game. And it's very, very rare that, you know, we get opened up. A lot of the time, we concede goals through stupid errors and stupid mistakes. We can cut them stupid errors and them stupid mistakes out and continue to attack in the way that we did against Liverpool and the way that we did today. We could win this league, bro. We could. Because the one thing about City, right? City are a great team. Don't get it twisted. And they're still my favourites to win the league. But defensively, I don't think they're that great. I think they can be got at. I think Liverpool can be got at defensively as well. So I look at that and I think if anything's going to win us the league this season, I think it will be our defence. But, you know, attacking wise, we have to continue on the way that we are. And these players have to continue, you know, to turn up in the way that they did today and the way that they did against Liverpool. Have we got enough there? I'm still not sure though, Northside. This is the thing, you know, we see again today, there was moments until the first goal went in where, you know, maybe we should have had a couple of goals even before the first goal, you know. And I've always said, and I know you have as well, I've always maintained that we need a clinical striker. We need a top-class striker in order to go on and, you know, really win, like think about winning this league. But maybe we could do it. Maybe we could do it. If we're sharing the goals around the pitch again, lots of different goal scorers, lots of different types of goal. The good thing as well, about us is, you know, if we're really struggling in a game, we can score from set pieces. We're really dangerous from set pieces right now. I think we scored 12 Premier League goals this season from set pieces since Declan Rice as well. This is another thing that I want to praise him for, because I think we'll all sit there and say what a great signing he's been since he's come in. But he's settled in really well. He's coming up with goals and assists. And one thing that I never knew about Declan Rice when he was at West Ham is how much of a good set piece taker he is. You know, some of his set pieces are ridiculous, like Trent Alexander-Arnold sort of level. You know, his corner taking, his corner taking, his free kick taking is on the money every single time. You know, it's very rare you see a poor set piece taken by Declan Rice, and he's been a bit of a difference maker in that regard as well, because, you know, we go back to last season, how many times was Saka taking the corners and we was hitting the first man every single time, or, you know, Trossard or Martinelli taking them and hitting the first man every single time. Now we're putting them in areas where you got the likes of Gabriel, you got the likes of Saliba that are, you know, coming up with goals themselves.
Yeah.
So I don't know, bro. I mean, I'm a little bit more hopeful that we can win this league, but I'm still not quite there yet, because I know this Arsenal team and I know that, you know, we have a tendency of going on a decent run like we are currently at the moment. But then we'll also go to like a Burnley or a Luton or something and drop stupid points or make stupid mistakes. So I think that question can be asked after the Man City game. If we can continue on this run, beat the teams that we're supposed to beat, and go into that Man City game and take points off of them, not necessarily beat them, but take points off of them at the Etihad, then we can have a conversation of, okay, maybe Arsenal can win this league. But as things stand right now, I still think City are the favourites, and I think we'll probably finish second. We'll probably finish second. I don't see Liverpool finishing above us, because I do think they will drop points in some of their games, in some of their remaining games, purely and simply because defensively they can be got at. And that's what I think.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. I think today as well, yeah, for everyone that was saying, oh, Zinchenko's pivotal to the way we play. Well, we just smashed West Ham 6-0 without Zinchenko. So this whole inverted myth about, oh, we need Zinchenko, well, that myth's been put to bed.
Kivior wasn't inverting either. Kivior was a traditional left back asked to defend today. Do you know what I mean? Imagine if we had Kieran Tierney, an actual proper defender.
This is what I'm saying, bro. So that kind of narrative that's been killed off because we didn't have him today. I think I agree with you, bro. I still feel like we're just gonna get second because we play like this when we have space. When we don't have space in behind, and let's be real, West Ham offered nothing. Let's keep it real. West Ham offered nothing today. Nothing. They were doing nothing, yeah? And we play really well when teams allow us to play into our hand, which is fast, direct football, which we need space. The problem is, take away the space for us to play the way that we do, the goals dry up. All these goals are based on space. And I know you could, fair enough to say that set pieces, we are scoring more set pieces. Fair enough. We're not going to score every set piece. You can't guarantee to score every set piece. Let's just keep it real. And that is the thing that makes me more skeptical is when we don't have the freedom, when we don't have space, when we're up against a team that's got a lot more or more cohesive, what is the answer? And we don't have the answer. We still got a bench that we can't rely on. We're playing Trossard through the middle, but he's not a traditional striker. And then even if you take him out and bring Jesus, he's not a traditional striker. And then you've got Nketiah. And these are the little things. We are also carrying Kai Havertz. Let's not forget that. When the going gets tough and we've got a couple of games to win the league, we can't rely on Kai Havertz because he's not reliable. And there's going to be time in the season when you get into the last month, you cannot be carrying players. You need players that are going to get you over the line. And a lot of times, if Kai Havertz doesn't get you a goal, he doesn't offer you much. And we saw that today. Everyone performed today. But Kai Havertz, once again, doesn't get the goal, doesn't offer you much. And people said, oh, he's letting it, he's ticking along. He's making the ball tick along. Well, we got Jorginho. Jorginho can do that. And I think he can do it a lot more effective. So there's other players that can offer what Kai Havertz offer and is more consistent than Kai Havertz. And that's why I can't just get too giddy, bro. Because as soon as you nullify us and you put 2 banks of 4, give us no space, and the opposition have got a focal point to hit us on the counter, we do come unstuck a lot of times. Let's not forget that. Today we put them to the sword. We had space in behind. We caught West Ham dry. New Liverpool, which we're going to get into the Liverpool guys' opinion, they play the high line, which plays into our hands. We're always going to hurt you whenever we've got space in behind. Our front three with our pace. So that's why, to me, I still can't oversee Man City and say that Arsenal are favourites. But we did very well today. Let's go on to the Liverpool fan, bro. What do you make of today? How come you're jumping on now? Why didn't you jump on when we smashed you the other week?
I was busy.
Oh, you're busy, eh?
Hey, I was very busy. Okay. Yeah. Arsenal actually won 2 games in a row. Listen, I'm not worried about Arsenal yet. For me, listen, Arsenal performed well today. I think you were brilliant, but I think, like Northside said, I think it's down to style. All you gotta do is just do a low block Arsenal struggle. Like, all you really gotta do. And for me, look, with the Liverpool thing as well, and same with us. You know how we did inverted Trent, and last 2 games you've noticed a bit of we're open defensively. When we play Gomez and Bradley, you've noticed a bit of a better defensive line. So I think this inverted stuff actually leaves you more open than actual, like, it's a risk. It's a big risk playing with inverted. It's a big, because you got to very rely on your defense, and I think Arsenal can rely on the defense, but it gives you massive problems with inverted stuff. And I think, look, Arsenal won. I think it was deserved as well, to be fair. West Ham, listen, I was hoping West Ham could do something, but West Ham they're just not good. Like, West Ham are a very weird team. They're very inconsistent. And for me, look, I think you got to keep this up, though. So you can't, like, knowing Arsenal, you drop points versus Burnley away, knowing Arsenal. But, like, I think you need to be consistent now. You got to be this, you got to continue scoring goals. You got to continue defending well. Like, you pretty much defend them this season. But, like I said, I think overall, you lot deserve to win. You got to be consistent, though, for me. Like, if you continue this, maybe you could win the league. You could win the league. I never said you were at the terrace. I never thought Arsenal were at the terrace, personally. Like, even if we won 5 points, I was like, Arsenal's still in this. And look, that Liverpool win was a massive result for you guys, and that started, well, hopefully not a run for you guys, but of course, from an Arsenal point of view, you want to run here. So overall, I think it's a good win for you guys. Deserved it all.
The question is, can you win the league?
Yes.
Are you confident you're going to win the league?
No. I listen, I think Man City are a threat. Man City are not easy to beat. Like, Man City are not like some team where you can easily beat. And this is why it's not going to be easy winning the league. Like, Man City, I still think Man City win the league, but I got to believe it's because it's Klopp's final year. The fairy tale ending would be Klopp winning the league, but I'm hoping. Look, we have to. For me, look, we have to beat Man City at Anfield. That game needs to be. We need to win that because
if we don't win the league, I hope you do win the league because
I don't want Man City winning 4P.
nah, because when Klopp leaves, you'll be back mid-table again, so it's all good. It's all good.
You sure about that? We're getting Champions League.
Listen, I'm going to start with Manny, yeah? Manny, who's your man of the match today?
I told you. I mean, it's really hard to pick one. I mean, you probably would have to say, given, the weight of the occasion, his return to the team, return to West Ham in the league, of course, for the first time since leaving us. I mean, Rice obviously was pulling a lot of the strings. And the reason why, obviously, I rate him higher than Odegaard is because if you take a look at the way we play, Rice is normally the one who dominates everything. Odegaard keeps things rolling a little bit, but Rice is normally the one who plays that party role and provides the ballast. And I'll tell you what, you talk about the set pieces, that set piece for for Gabriel's goal. Well done to him on his 150th appearance. But that set piece, as Brandon was saying, chef's kiss there. And that strike, oh boy, if there was one thing better than that free kick, that set piece, it was the strike. And, the class he showed in not celebrating, I applaud him. I didn't know that the fans were booing him. I think actually the sort of booing that they were doing for him was really more lighthearted because they know that as their European Conference League winning captain, he'll always be a legend at West Ham. But, he wanted to obviously move on and move forward and go on to bigger things. And, I think West Ham's fans at heart will love him. It's not like the way we used to boo Adebayor. And, I'm seeing a lot of optimism from Brandon. Wonderful to see you again. And hopefully, we can share another stream. And it looks as though United could go 2 up. But once again, some desperate defending. And, yeah. But anyway, the sad part is that, it's at this stage of the season last season, if we remember our history, that we were also doing quite well. I mean, we didn't win our first 4 games of the calendar year, but we were winning quite a lot of games and hopes were high. But then it was games against West Ham at London Stadium. Thankfully, we won today. But against Southampton and other teams, when we took our foot off the pedal and we completely lost our focus and believed that we were invincible and nobody could catch us, we let our guard down and we got our backsides handed to us. And of course, City went on to overcome their deficit magnificently. And we have since, had to bear the shame of the biggest bottle in Premier League history. At least this time around, if we don't win, it won't necessarily be a bottle because we weren't top for that long. But, we still can't be too comfortable about everything given how things were last season. And you've also mentioned it perfectly that there are still some issues like the bench and the lack of a clinical striker that could cost us. And even defensively, as Brandon said, we do look a lot more solid now. But again and again, there will be some moments when we have some, pretty poor bozo displays. And while Saliba was wonderfully consistent last season before getting injured, this season he has been fit. But he has also, been very inconsistent this time around. Well, we don't need to be reminded of the goal against Liverpool. I see Yuvraj is gone. But none of us need to remember the goal against Liverpool, which was a bozo display from both Saliba and Gabriel. And Raya also was at fault for not opening his mouth and telling his defenders, just kick it away, boys. But so we cannot get too far ahead of ourselves. And I still don't really have too much optimism that we will or even can win the league. Because City also, let's not forget, are quite frankly the best second half team of the season. You know how they say in a 100-meter race, it's not the first 50 meters, but the second 50 meters that determines how well you do. And of course, we in Britain had our own 100-meter winner in Linford Christie. The likes of Usain Bolt, Donovan Bailey, Morris Green, and others will also tell you that the second half is what defines everything. And City rarely, if ever, bottle anything. In fact, the only time their stranglehold was broken was when that Liverpool team, which very nearly threatened our unbeaten record in the season, was going completely great guns and completely won everything. There was no way that they were going to be stopped because City just weren't consistent enough. Liverpool were an absolute machine. And, I really can't say that we can win the league or are optimistic that we can win the league. All I can do is just enjoy today's performance and hope for more of the same. And the sad part is that for every game where Arteta gets it tactically spot on, there will at least be one game where he will completely muck it up. And we've seen that season after season after season. And sadly, for what it's worth, the club have seen it fit to give him a new contract extension. But then, no matter how many times we fail to win, we're never going to be satisfied with the continued hard luck stories. We gave it our best. We're still competing with a stacked City team. Well, for all of the disrespect that has been given to Jurgen Klopp, which you have wonderfully ripped apart in your videos, and that's why I have to say, Northside, I'm not just bigging you up because I'm on your stream. I love those videos you do. You keep it real. You expose those idiots for the hypocrites they are. Jurgen Klopp is an achiever. He's a winner. And for anyone to try to, say that he doesn't deserve any respect while Arteta deserves all the credit he can get, those people need to shut their mouths and eat it. So while I'm happy with today's performance, Arteta still has a lot more to do while really prove himself. And Brandon, I know you've got to go, but you've heard me sort of quote you in a few instances. Would you concur with what I'm saying, or do you still believe that, I'm being a bit negative here before you leave?
No, I agree. I agree 100%. I still don't think Arteta's the man, personally. Until he proves me otherwise, I don't think he's the man. He's got to go and win something now. And that was, there's no denying it. At the beginning of the season, everybody said he's got to win a trophy. Everybody said he's got to be in a title race again, minimum. So far, we've gone out of both domestic cups. We are still in the Champions League. I think if we're going to win anything this season, and I know it sounds crazy to some people, but I actually think we've got a better opportunity of winning the Champions League than what we do the Premier League. Because, as we've all pointed out, we struggle against teams that play low blocks. You're not going to come up against a team in the Champions League that really plays a low block, I don't think. You're going to get teams like Real Madrid, etc., who want to open up, who want to attack, and that's where we can be dangerous when we've got space, like Northside said. So, I kind of look at the Champions League and think that's probably our best bet of winning something. But we're in the race for both. There's 14 games remaining in the Premier League. We've got to continue on this form, and that's basically it, and then see where we're at.
Brandon, I know you got to go, but yeah, man, love for jumping on, bro.
No worries. Big up you guys.
Love. Let's go. We're gonna wrap up the show with Central, man. What'd you make of today, bro? What's your thoughts?
My thoughts. I think it's a good game. Like, had no expectation going into the West Ham game with any hope, and they kind of got their heads screwed on for this game. Not just this game, for the next last 3 or 4 games since we got knocked out by Liverpool in the cup. I don't think we're not gonna win. We're not gonna win. I'm guaranteed we're not gonna win this. Our chance of winning the trophy is gone because let's be honest, we're not winning. We're not winning against the Champions League in the league. I think. Why do you think we're short? Why do you think we're short? And we're not going to win the league. Why do you think we're not going to win the league or the Champions League? Let's be. It's like we got Do you think we're going to beat Bayern Munich and Real Madrid? No. In the league, nah, I don't think. I think we're. This is weird. This is weird this season. One moment, we're out. We're not going to win the league. We're not going to compete for the title. And the next thing, we're still in the title race. It's inconsistent. It's back and forth. We don't know what the direction we're going to do. Or we're going to get it's top 4. It's legal top 4. It's I don't know, man. It's we're
up and down. Yeah, I hear what you're saying, because when you look, just to back up what you're saying, I get what you're saying, because we've had this at the start of the season and it's been very consistent. Losses to West Ham, losses to Aston Villa, losing to West Ham twice, losing to Fulham. Do you know what I mean? And then all of a sudden we're back when we beat Crystal Palace and Forest, and then we beat Liverpool. And so I get what you're saying. You can't win the league being this inconsistent against a Man City team that we know can put together 10, 15 game wins. You know what I mean? They can just win. You saw Haaland's back the other day as well. So as much as we're concentrating on ourselves, I get what you're saying. Haaland's back and he looks like he's sourced. You know what I mean? De Bruyne is going to be back. Foden has been carrying those guys, you know, with certain injuries. They always got somebody that will, you know what I mean, hold it down for Man City. Foden scoring a hat trick. You know what I mean? So Man City are back. And like Manny said, they're excellent. At this stage of the season, they're excellent. They know how to be consistent. They know how to get points over the line. They know how to be, you know what I mean, put teams to the sword and just grind out results. Whereas we showed last season that we were immature in that aspect, that we weren't able to do it to the end, you know? Well, how many games was it that we, you know, before the league was already Man City's, what, 5-6 games? And we bottled it and it was already Man City's league and they won it. So I get it. I get what you're saying. I fully get what you're saying. Who's your man of the match for today?
Man of the match. Probably Random Gas. Probably I'll go with Rice, man.
You going Rice, yeah? Ozzy,
Yeah,
who you going with? Who's your man of the match?
I'll go with Rice as well. 2 assists and the best goal in the game. Like, and the guy is just immense defensively, and he offers an attack as well. So, yeah, based on that.
What's everyone quickly before we wrap up? Give me a scoreline quickly. We'll start with Manny. Burnley next. What's your prediction, bro?
Oh, Burnley. Well, we're playing at Turf Moor. Do you think it'll make a difference? No, I'm going for. I'll stick my neck out and go for 4-1. I normally go for 3-1 if you know, I feel a bit conservative, but this time around 4-1. I think Burnley are doomed. They're doomed.
Fair enough. Ozzy?
3-1.
I'm going with the same as Ozzy. I can't lie. That's exactly what I was thinking. 3-1. Central man.
I'll go 3-1. You know, Burnley. I don't know. They're shit, man. They're just like they're trying to Company. I don't understand why he's not sacked yet. You know, he's just like, the guy's a failed manager, man. Can't win the league in Belgium, and he's going to get relegated with Burnley. Yeah, he's the heir to Pep's throne. Yeah, whatever, man.
You better be careful, man. Them Burnley man are going to come after you, you know. You better not go Burnley. Don't go down to Burnley, bro. I'm telling you, it'll be peak. Listen, familia, make sure you're liking and subscribing, hitting the bell notification. I am going to be on Never a Foul. I got to wrap up a little bit earlier today because I got to drive down there. So, yeah, man, catch me on Never a Foul. And, they'll probably try and rattle me. Every time I go down to Never a Foul, it's always when Arsenal are doing well. And then the whole thing is going to be, you are Arteta in. I bet you're Arteta in. Oh, you've been negative. I can already imagine it. So, yeah, man.
But
Stick
you've
to your
never
guns,
changed your stance,
Stick
bro.
to your guns. Stick to your guns.
That's what I'm saying. You never changed your stance, bro. They can't say nothing.
Nah, they can't. You know what it is, Ozzy, yeah? I'm telling you right now, yeah? You see today, yeah? I've literally given praise on the team, yeah? Then it's, you're
exactly, bro. But at the end of the day, we won the trophy. We don't want to compete. Like, I was watching the game with a few of my gooners. I said, yeah, all right, cool. They're all happy. I said, yeah, Pressure FC, Pressure FC. I said, I want to win the league, bro. I don't want to be Pressure FC.
This is what I mean, bro. So, yeah, man, I'm happily in the mud. Some people, you're in the mud, you're in the mud.
I'll take being in the mud, bruv. Put me in there and take me out, cuz I don't care, bruv, but win me in the league.
That's what I'm saying. If they're gonna dunk man in the mud, yeah, dunk me out holding the Premier League in the mud. You know what I mean?
I'll take the Premier League. I'll happily do that.
Do you know what I mean? Listen, bro. Big up to Manny, Ozzy, Central, man. Big up to everyone liking and subscribing, hitting the bell notification. Listen, man, without further ado, we're out, man. You know what I mean? On to Burnley.